Good morning, YouTube. My name is Heather from Bingham's Bunch. I am so excited to be with you this morning. It is about 7:30. We have our first teacher meeting today. So, we're back at it. Kids don't start for another 6 days? Yeah, 6 days, week from yesterday. But I thought I would show you my classroom tour. Now, this is my first video of classroom things, so I hope that the teacher world will be kind. Anyway, come see my classroom. First of all, this is a quick scan from my doorway. It's kind of a vintage Disney theme. So when you walk right in, the very first thing that my students see is a place to check in. Here I have a roll and it's laminated, and so they mark either if they want home lunch, main lunch, sack lunch, or chicken nuggets. Sorry, not sack lunch, sandwiches or chicken nuggets. They mark it, and then one of my students actually brings it to me and I mark it on the computer, and then I have other ones to change out. So even if I get behind cleaning them, I'm not behind. And this is where I write what it is so they know what's from mainline, like spaghetti and meatballs or whatever. This is my artist study. I'm waiting for some posters from Pablo Picasso. He's going to be our first artist that we study. We do an awesome program for a month. So up here, there will be some posters that represents his artwork. These are where my students can get extra reading calendars, extra lunch counts if they need those, pencils. Now my students all have a mechanical pencil, but if it breaks and they run out of lead, they can always come and grab a typical pencil. These are also my colored pencils. This is where my students turn everything in. This is the inbox. I love that it's separated. It makes my life a lot easier when I have to go and grade it. So then this top shelf, you can see those bins. Those are, sorry about the voice in the background, there are some awesome ladies out cleaning in the hallway. But those buckets are a bunch of different supplies. And along the top is my collection of picture books and my Disney figurines and some textbooks that we have. I need to fix that shelf. No judgment, hopefully. Every one of my students has their own hook, and then on their hook is their classroom number. So every student will have a number, and that's what they put on their homework. That's what they put on all their papers and everything. Down here you will see their book boxes. We have flexible seating so that after the first couple weeks of school, my students come in every morning and choose their seats. So everything that they need is in that bucket, which is lovely. I've been able to condense it into the minimum. Up here you see my monthly binders. That's how I organize all of my masters and my files, is that if I teach it in August, it will be in the August binder. If I teach it in September, and obviously it can be moved around because that changes. This is the replacements for on their tables. I'll show you, and my teacher toolbox. It needs its update, but that's not the first thing. Okay. This is my cupboard with my own personal, with like supplies in my own bag, some manuals, my keys. But so this is my teacher area. And right now it's mostly clean. There's a few projects like my inbox. This is in case students bring me a note or I pick up something from the office. It can just go in there, and I know that every night it has to be cleaned out before I go back to class. These are my signals basically if students need to go to the bathroom. So little girl comes up, she needs to use the bathroom. She'll just come and grab the cone and put it on her desk. And then when they come back, put it back. I used to have hand sanitizer, which was awesome, except when I was glancing around the room, I couldn't see the sanitizer, like it would blend in. So I put these together, loud, obnoxious. I just bought stickers from Hobby Lobby and some cones from the dollar store. And this is my document camera area and some of my genre study. The numbers are genre study. The top are different math things and fast finishers. We have our pencils for the Great Pencil Challenge. My choice, this is our theme, kind of our class motto is everything is your choice. You get to choose whether you want to learn, you get to choose how you'll behave, etc., etc., so forth. This is where I put my reading groups, what their assignments are later in the year, their clipboards. This file is actually going right here. I need some heavier duty nails. That's where I'll put the things for the next day. So if I have papers that need to be handed out or a picture book that I'm using, it's all right here next to where I teach. My awesome reading chair from Hobby Lobby. This is my guided reading area. This is actually an IKEA shelf that I scored for free. That is our behavior chart or tracker kind of thing. So if my students at the end of the day have more points than me, like more pluses than minuses basically, we're going to put one of these little fuzzies inside the jar, and then when it's full, we, instead of doing a party, we do like a theme day, a transformation day. So this is my guided reading area. We are ready for our mentor sentences. Thank you, Jivey, for that one. And instead of having a reading table, I shortened these desks so students can either work at them. There's pillows inside them, so they can either put those underneath and sit on them or kneel on them to work. Or when we meet at guided reading, they can just sit on top of the desks. Because I was thinking, when I go to book club, I don't sit there and sit at a table with a head. We all just discuss, and that's what I want it to be. Our writing board, there's not a lot there now, just because this is the way it's going to start, and then we're going to add some things. My root words go here. We study a different root word every week. I have big anchor charts that have been colored. They're currently being laminated to go there. And every day they have 2 that they put into their interactive notebook, so they write it down. This is our celebration language board, so we'll put the sentence at the top. I'm going to make a little thing that says coming soon for back to school night. But then if you follow Jivey's mentor sentences on the last day of the week, you celebrate 4 sentences that were really great, and then I'm going to post those there. And then the picture book that goes along with the week will go there so my students can read it if they choose. This is the reading board. This is how it's going to start because we talk about these kind of conversations at the very beginning. We work at that a lot. We do a weekly article, so that question that they answer every day goes here. This is our turtle. The glass I know looks terrible. If anyone knows how to get rid of that, it's clean, but it like shows up like the next day. It's terrible. But that's Bubbles, and those fish in there are her food. Don't judge. It's her treat. Just once a month she gets goldfish and eats them whenever she's hungry. Our lamp, because my room has no windows, so I have 2 lamps that make it kind of cozy and warm. These are some free seating areas. This is my library and social studies or U.S. history above. You can see they're all broken up by color. Those colors represent different genres. All of the paper that we typically need, writing paper, rough draft paper, graph paper, you know, all the basics. This is my job wall. And more genre study. Those are waiting to be all put in. I need those. Now at the end of the day, we have to stack all of our chairs back here. But so behind the chairs, we have our sink and my awesome Mickey. That was a gift from my mom. Our mailboxes. We have our leaderboard. And if anyone's interested in it, I will be happy to post it. But I chose not to start with beginner because I hated that. But I thought we're all learners. So they're going to start with learners and go up. We're doing a 40-book challenge. As a group, they actually get rewards at 15, 30, and 45 books. But this is for my books that I read to keep track and to kind of show my students. This is my birthday board. This was also a gift from my incredible mom. And I love it because every year I just kind of either spray paint over the top or just brush them real quick with paint. And I can do it. This is my husband's addition to my classroom. Someone once said this is the perfect mix of us, the sci-fi and the Disney, and you have us. So you can see classroom-wise, I have tables. Like this is a table. I bought those at a garage sale, those chairs, and refinished them. So we have tables. We have rows of desks, different shapes, kind of odd, but my students can choose, and they can choose what is most successful for them. Thank you for joining me for a tour around my classroom. I hope that you liked it. I hope that you will subscribe to my channel. It's new, but hey, we all got to start somewhere. Have a marvelous day, and I'm going to go get started.